Hi everybody, I'm Arglefumph. I've got more questions for a Q&A video. First, I've been asked to talk about ND34, Mystery of the Seven Keys. Has anything really changed with the game in the past 3 months? And I think yes, because more people are playing the game. Like the first month it came out, mostly it was critics who were playing the game and big fans of Nancy Drew. Like, they were the ones that wanted to buy the game on the very first day. Just like me. I'm one of those people. They wanted to get the game and play the game right away. So I feel like when the game first came out, the consensus was that it's an 8 out of 10. That's generally what the critics and the super fans rated it as. And now it's been like 3 months, and the game has been released for general audiences on Steam, and I feel like the score has gotten a little lower. I feel like it's dropped to a 7 out of 10. And that's unfortunate, but understandable. It's very rare that the critic score and the audience score completely match perfectly. I just feel like the general audiences are more annoyed by little things, if you can believe it, like walking around the courtyard. There's a bunch of NPCs that you can't talk to. They're just there to add flavor, and some people really hate that. I think it's fine. I think it was done better than the NPCs in the previous game, but yeah, admittedly, it is a little weird that you can just walk around and we've got a bunch of characters that do nothing, or you know, you can get yourself looking at a corner, looking at this bookshelf, which is nothing. And you know, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I am still working on my review for the game. My really long review where I try to talk about everything. And then I talk for like 10 minutes about the interface, because that's where I have issues with the game. I think the interface has some problems. So I've written about like an hour of that. Of my big long review so far, gotten all the way to the part where we have the Degas file that we get. So Nancy finally views the Degas file, which doesn't at all match what Agent Zane said about the Degas file. He's like, okay, you just need to check the Degas file, pay special attention to the timestamps, which those indicate when the necklace changed hands. And then you look at the Degas file, and there are no timestamps anywhere. It's not a list of who had the necklace when, like we were told it would be, and like that's the sort of nitpicky thing. Like another nitpicky thing with that conversation of Agent Zane is like Nancy talking about, okay, I got your email and then I got a pop-up, and I'm like, that's not quite accurate. You read his email, you downloaded the file, and then you got a pop-up before you opened the file, you know, before the file fully opened. And Nancy's saying, no, I actually read the Degas file. I'm like, so, yeah, you can look forward to my really long review where I go into nitpicky detail about everything in the game. And I feel like because I've been doing that long review where I'm going into nitpicky detail, I'm starting to not like the game as much. It's also because I've been working on this, you know, like every night for an hour before I go to bed, I've been working on this review. And, you know, it's been like 2 months at this point, and so I'm getting kind of sick of the game. So I feel like maybe my score might have dropped a little bit too, to like a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. I still think it's a good game. Another question is, how does it compare to the previous game in the series? And it is way better than Midnight in Salem. Like, it would have to be a disaster to not be better than Midnight in Salem, let's be honest. It does improve upon pretty much everything in Midnight in Salem, and at least we can say that it's an improvement. Like, the series is going in the right direction. So I think the hint system isn't very good, but it's way better than the hint system in Midnight in Salem, I can tell you that. Yeah, just the puzzles and stuff. I wish we could call characters and have a lot more conversations, but in this game the conversations are a lot more structured. So like, you're talking to Vladena and you have the list of these 7 conversation topics that you can have, and you just need to go through all of them. You can pick whatever order, but it's not like the early games in the series where like Nancy can give a happy response to Scott, or she can say an angry response to Scott. And yeah, it's the same basic conversation, but you did get to pick and influence the conversation a little. Whereas in this game, they don't really have that. You just have the conversation topics. And still, I think that's better than Midnight in Salem, where they don't really show you the conversation topics and the characters will just talk forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this game has a lot more puzzles. It's a lot better than Midnight in Salem for actually having puzzles. Yeah. Okay. Next question. My family member's favorite Nancy Drew games. The Captive Curse and number 15, The Creature of Kapu Cave. Those are their two favorites. I don't know about my wife though. She's either gonna go with Shadow at the Water's Edge. I think it's Shadow at the Water's Edge or Curse of Blackmore Manor, because those were the games that she actually played with me. My family has not played any Nancy Drew games this summer. What location would I like for Nancy Drew 35? Based on stuff that was said in game 34, Mystery of the Seven Keys, I kind of feel like the next game's going to be in London. Like, London got mentioned like twice or maybe 3 times. I'm like, is that foreshadowing? But we've already had a Nancy Drew game in London, which is Curse of Blackmore Manor, and so I don't think they'd actually do that. Have I met fans in real life recently? Do I get recognized often? No, but I came close to it the other day where, my wife was just talking to somebody about, oh, no, Michael does the Nancy Drew stuff, and he was like, oh, hey, my girlfriend has been playing the new Nancy Drew game, and she's gotten stuck, so she has been looking up videos like that, and this, and he told me afterwards, it's like, hey, I'm pretty sure your voice has been coming out of my TV at some point. And that's close to having a fan sighting, right? There's another time, the week after the middle school career fair, I got recognized at a blood donation site. Basically, one of the blood donation people like, wait, aren't you the guy who does the Arglefumph YouTube's video thingies? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And she's like, yeah, I thought it was you. But she didn't say anything else. She just left and went back to doing the blood donation work. But that was kind of like a fan sighting. I'm pretty sure it's just one of the middle schoolers telling their parent about it right after the career fair. The career fair was funny because I got like 6 letters from the kids afterwards. I'm pretty sure the homeroom teacher forced the kids to write them. And then half of them were like, hey, Mr. Gray, here's my Twitter handle. Here's my YouTube channel and my Instagram. Please promote me. And I'm like, no. No. They were really funny. And then the other letters they wrote me were sweet. I also have a book review channel. Oh, half of these questions are just suggestions. Is there a video you want to see me make? Just leave a comment letting me know what videos you want to see me make. If there are any books you want me to review, just let me know. I do really want to read these like original Nancy Drew books at some point. I really do. Right now I'm just reading 1980s Nancy Drew, the Nancy Drew Files series, and I'm pretty close. Just finished book 108, and there's 124, right? So I'm near the finish line for that series. Unfortunately, at the end of the series, they just decided it needs to be a romance series and not a mystery series. So every single book is like a story where Nancy falls in love with a hot guy who's not Ned, and I'm getting sick of it. So yeah, I also need to do like a character ranking list for Nancy Drew number 34. That's on my list. I don't know if people want me to do a joke version of game 34, just like I did with Waverly Academy. I wrote like a silly fanfic called Weirdness at Waverly Academy. And yeah, I think I also did the first one. Secrets Can Chill was my silly joke version of that one. I don't think it was as funny, but if you want me to write Nancy Drew Mystery of the 6.5 Keys, just let me know. It's basically I write a short little chapter every night before I go to bed until I'm done, sort of like I'm doing with my long form review. Alrighty. What is my favorite type of puzzle? Or are there any games I can play through without cheating? Yeah, the easy ones, like the Haunted Carousel is one you can usually do without cheating. Secrets Can Kill is one you can do without cheating. There is that one puzzle where you have to click all the symbols, and it's just easier to look up the solution on the internet than to actually put all the clues together and write them down on a piece of paper. I'll be honest about that. Yeah. So the easy ones I can get through without cheating. Usually some of the earlier ones, too. Treasure in a Haunted... No, Treasure in a Haunted Tower. That'd be cool. No, Treasure in the Royal Tower and the final scene. Those are also ones I can get through without any notes or cheating. My favorite type of puzzle. So I noticed, like, the newest game had a few puzzles where, like, you have to match symbols to symbols or symbols to colors, if that makes sense. So, like, oh, my chair fell down. You know, like, it will have, like, okay, these are the 7 books in this Nancy Drew series. It's got the names of the first 7 books. And then we'll have, like, the 7 books in the Babysitters Club series there. And so what you have to do is jump from the name of the Babysitters Club book to the Nancy Drew book, which has the exact same number, and associate all those numbers are associated with a particular color, so you can open a book or open a desk or something like that. It feels like the new game had several puzzles like that. There's the bookshelf puzzle. There's also the like lab puzzle where you actually do have symbols which are related to like specific. You have to take the symbols and match them with the other symbols. Or the one of opening the safe, where you solve the math puzzle, and then you have to figure out the numbers. You do the next part of figuring out the numbers, and each number is associated with a specific symbol, and the symbols are the ones that are on the safe, and those are the ones you have to open. So it feels like also the big puzzle of like using the 7 keys and opening a door. That's again matching symbols in a book to the symbols on the keys. And yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of symbol matching in the 34th game. Which game would I recommend for a brand new player? I'd probably recommend one of the more popular games, like Legend of the Crystal Skull or Secret of Shadow Ranch. I would also lean towards one of the easier games, like the Haunted Carousel or Treasure in the Royal Tower, which, as I said, are games that I can beat without having to use hints. Have I ever used something from the games in real life? Not really. Like, sometimes, in real life, I'll come across something like a Marie Antoinette reference, or a ham radio reference, or Morse code, or what have you. And, I'll try to show off, but nobody ever seems all that impressed. Like, whenever somebody mentions hazelnuts, I go, what? The French word for hazelnut is noisette. And it's like, that's just a random fun fact I will know forever. It doesn't really seem to impress anybody. How many subscribers did I gain from the new game's release? Honestly, not that much. Okay, so I got like 25 extra new subscribers the week the game came out. Other than that, I've just been getting the normal amount of subscribers I normally get. The game wasn't a huge bump. What has been a huge bump has been my playthrough of Enigmatis 2, The Mists of Ravenwood. People have been watching that like crazy, and so, like, my top 11 videos have nothing to do with Nancy Drew. They're all the Enigmatis videos or Lost Legends, Dark Overlord. Like, people have been watching those old walkthroughs that I did just forever ago, like 10, 11 years ago. Mostly they're just watching the no commentary videos, which kind of hurts my feelings. But at the same time, hey, at least they're watching my videos. That's something my wife said to me the other day, because I was talking about everything wrong with for Treasure in a Royal Tower. Because, you know, in that video I complain, oh, why are they talking about fish? You know, and on a menu about Caesar salad, because I didn't know that anchovies was one of the ingredients in Caesar salad. That's my mistake. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just don't eat Caesar salad. And so I do still get lots of complaints about that. And my wife's like, hey, at least people watch the video. They have to watch the video first before they can make complaints about it. And that's very true. You always gotta look on the bright side of things. I don't have any big plans for my channel. I have a long list of videos I'd like to make. Because people seem to really enjoy those no commentary videos, I'm trying to go back and do like full game, no commentary videos for a lot of different video games. I don't know if it's been popular or not, but I'm gonna try to do that. And I really would love to do that for like the entire Nancy Drew series. So that's something I could try to do. I have not read the Yellow Nancy Drew books. My most popular Nancy Drew games are mostly the middle games from the series, and I'm not surprised, just looking at my Mega Marathons where I played every game in the series. Game 25 is where people just drop out and stop watching the Mega Marathons, so, like, you know, like half the audience just does not go past game 25. All the other games do not exist for them. And I wonder if that's... I wonder why that is. Because game 26 is when they switched to having HD games. Like, I guess there's just something about game 26. And I admit that is a not well-written game. I do like the puzzles, but it's not very well-written. But there's just something about it where people just kind of dropped out and stopped playing the series at that point. I'm just not sure why. I mean, I could be wrong, I guess, but that's just what my personal view counts have been saying. People are not very interested in games after number 25. Have I cooked or baked anything from the Shadow Ranch recipe box? No, but again, that's something I really want to do more cooking videos. Hopefully I can cook like every recipe from the Nancy Drew cookbook at some point in the future. My family doesn't want me to do that because most of those recipes are terrible. If you watch my cooking videos series, you'll see that a lot of them are bad, and that's sort of the reason why I think people enjoy those cooking videos so much. Alright, so I think that's enough question and answers for now. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. I am going to finish my long review of Nancy Drew number 34. I promise. Even if it's going to be like 2.5 hours long, I will get this video finished someday. Hopefully before the end of the year. Yeah. Because I've just been... You know, I've been watching my kids during the summer because there's no school. So that's basically what I've been doing this summer. I haven't had a whole lot of time for doing new videos. And that's why things have slowed down and why I'm only posting videos which I originally recorded years and years ago. But hey, summer's almost over, so hopefully soon I'll be able to really get back into the swing of things and get back to working more on this Nancy Drew review. Bye.